Grand Prix is like a heist. Beating the best riders on the fastest bikes in the world is more than a matter of racing ability. It requires expert teamwork, elaborate preparation and faultless execution under massive pressure with no margin for error. The race is on Sunday at 2 p.m. The teams arrive on Wednesday. They have 4 days to crack the code of the racetrack and set up the bike for this particular collection of twists, turns and elevation changes. The riders practice on Friday and Saturday, 2 days to master the track and prepare themselves for racing combat at speeds of over 200 miles per hour on the fastest tracks. There are 17 races on the MotoGP calendar, each at a different circuit, presenting different challenges. The Red Bull US Grand Prix at Laguna Seca is a particularly difficult proposition. Laguna is one of the most technically demanding and physically intimidating circuits on the planet. More than that, this is the first Grand Prix on US soil since 1994. Most of the riders have never been here before. Amongst the Laguna rookies is one very special Italian, world champion Valentino Rossi, the Doctor as he's known to millions of fans around the world. As of July 2005, the 26-year-old has won 48 Grand Prix and 4 straight world titles in the Premier class. After winning 5 of the season's 6 races so far, he's well on his way to his 5th MotoGP championship and well on the way to sporting immortality. Among those who have raced at Laguna before are 3 Americans looking for their first MotoGP victory. Colin Edwards and Nicky Hayden moved into MotoGP in 2003, John Hopkins the year before. If ever there was a race they wanted to win, this is it. The race before Laguna was at Assen, a classic fast-flowing European track, almost 3 miles long and, this being Holland, as flat as a pancake. It's a place Rossi likes. He's won 3 MotoGP races there, including this one, ahead of rising Italian star Marco Melandri. 3rd place at Assen was Colin Edwards' 2nd podium of the season. Hayden finished 4th, Hopkins a distant 13th, his Suzuki down on power. Hayden's Honda is widely regarded as the best bike out there, but he hasn't made it onto the podium in any of the first 6 races. This is his 3rd season in MotoGP. If he wants to hang on to the top spot at Honda, he needs to start winning. Laguna Seca is the complete opposite of Assen. This is Californian earthquake country. The only flat part of the 2.3-mile circuit is the dry lake bed which gives the place its name, and which contains turns 3, 4 and 11. The other 8 corners follow the contours of the hills around the lake and range from steeply banked fast sweepers to hair-raising blind descents. After Assen, the riders' thoughts turn to the American race. Edwards, Hayden and Hopkins know Laguna well and have won races here and other championships. At this point, the closest Valentino Rossi has come to it is on a video game at home.
This one is one of the hardest races for me. It's a different type of track compared to all the other tracks. Have a lot of strange points like the corkscrew.
As you climb the corkscrew, it's blind. All you see is the sky.
The corkscrew awaits you at the top of the hill on the south side of the circuit. The corner's blind entry drops into a steep left-right chicane, which looks more suited to downhill skiing than motorcycle racing.
It's a big drop-off. It's like a roller coaster. Once you turn in, you got to have the confidence just to flick it right and wait for the suspension to load up to open the throttle.
That's my favorite part of the track. So much G-force right when you get to the bottom of the corkscrew, and then you just throw it into the left-hander. The corner's so banked that you can just throw it in there completely hard. You want to stay mid-track, stay as tight as possible coming out of that corner, and then you drop down into the right-hander, that corner as well. From the corkscrew to turn 11 is just an unbelievable sensation.
It's all about momentum from the top of the corkscrew till you put the brakes on for turn 11, keeping your speed up. If you mess up one corner, it throws that whole section off. The last corner, turn 11, is pretty simple. Once you come out, they're really going to want to wheelie. So I'm sure we'll be standing on the rear brake, trying to keep the front wheel down so we can open the throttle.
You know, everybody talks about the corkscrew and how it's the masterpiece of Laguna. Honestly, turn 1 is a hell of a lot more scary than